Bibliophiles of the internet, my name's Adriana, and today I'm here to share my official TBR for the Queer Lit Read-a-thon. As I've said before, the Queer Lit Read-a-thon is a biannual event where we take an entire week to read nothing but queer lit, and we're coming up fast on the second round, which starts on December 2nd. More info on that can be found in my announcement video and my recommendations video, where I go through the entire bingo board challenge by challenge with reading suggestions. Both of those will be linked down below, so definitely check them out. Now, before I get into what I want to read, I did want to announce that the official group book this round will be Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nigan, so thank you again for voting and helping us choose. And again, I really want to clarify that this is completely optional, and also this is not a read-along situation. It's just that one of the reading challenges is to read the group book, and now that you know what it is, you can read it during that week on your own time if you would like. So even though I do really want to read this one, it's actually not on my TBR this round. So that just goes to show that it's a completely optional reading choice. Secondly, we have been able to nail down a sprint and chat schedule for the readathon, and I will leave a link down below for where you can find that. So please do take a look at that and try to hang out with us on Twitter during the event, because we would love that so much. So I had a hell of a time deciding what I want to read for this, because I have so many choices and I want to read them all at once. But I had to really think about it and be realistic about what I can actually finish in a week. The first book I would like to read is Fire Song by Adam Garnett Jones. This is Own Voice's native queer lit, and if I recall correctly, the protagonist is queer and two-spirit. This story is about Shane, whose younger sister committed suicide, and he's been struggling to find someone in his life who will let him unleash his confusion and grief. There's really only one person he can turn to on the reservation, and that's his friend David, who he maybe kinda loves. Shane is determined to go to university and move to Toronto, but all of that is put on hold when his mother becomes withdrawn and shuts everything out. So as things go from bad to worse, David and Shane have to make some hard decisions about how or even if they can move forward from this. If I read this, it will satisfy the indigenous protagonist, new author, POC author, and Own Voices challenges. Next is a book I'm very excited about, and that is This Is Kind of an Epic Love Story by Karen Callender. This one's about a character named Nathan who's given up on happy endings and romance itself. Nathan is determined to be alone and play it safe, but he is tested when none other than Oliver James Hernandez, his childhood best friend and sort of crush, returns to town and barrels right back into Nathan's life. This is giving me heartwarming queer rom-com vibes, and I cannot wait. This would also tick off the new author, POC author, and Own Voices challenges. Next up, it would not be the Queer Lit Readathon if I didn't read something by Austin Chant. I'm trying to keep the energy going, so I really want to read Coffee Boy, obviously by Austin Chant. This story is about Kieran, who is queer and trans, and he is newly graduated when he finds a paid internship working for a political campaign he really cares about. But he is quickly deflated when he faces the challenges of being openly trans in the workplace and also dealing with Seth, an obnoxious campaign strategist who's always on Kieran's case. But things get slightly better when he realizes that Seth has a crush on their incredibly straight boss. And as he gleefully watches from the sidelines, Kieran might just be developing an irrational crush of his own on Seth himself. Just describing this book brings me so much joy, because I know I'm gonna love this workplace romance chock full of shenanigans. This book would satisfy the trans spectrum protagonist, 5-star prediction, and Own Voices challenges. And lastly, if I have time and have a really good week, I would love to read Ivy Aberdeen's Letter to the World by Ashley Herring Blake. This is one of the few openly queer middle grade books we have so far, and I would love if I could get to it. The story begins with a tornado that rips Ivy's home apart and leaves her family of 5 displaced. And to make things worse, her secret notebook with pictures of girls holding hands has gone missing in the process. At school, Ivy starts finding her drawings dropped into her locker with really nice notes attached, and she kind of hopes that the person leaving these notes is the female classmate who also happens to be her crush. This book would satisfy the new author and middle grade challenges, and I decided to use my free space if I get to this, which I've decided will simply be a challenge to read a sapphic book. So those are all the books I hope to read for the Queer Lit Readathon. I would love to hear about any and all of your TBR plans in the comments. But that's everything I had for this TBR today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the flip side of the page. Bye!